everyone. Today I want to try give you a little bit more exercises for tango, a little bit more things utilizing the techniques that we've gone over in the previous videos, because I know that a lot of you are finding them helpful. So here's something to try. We're going to start with a ronde. We went over a ronde before. This is basically a circle that you're going to be drawing on the floor. So we're going to do this motion first, and the arms can be just in frame or just out for balance. That's always a good place to have them. So I'm going to start with a ronde, keeping my heel on the floor as long as possible. Now I'm going to transfer my weight. That's another exercise we've talked about, clean transfer, so there's no weight on the back foot. Now from here, I'm going to use my standing foot to turn myself around. And here I'm just going to do one of our regular tango embellishments where I wrap, and I'm going to bring my leg in and start this on the other foot. So I ronde, transfer my weight, rotate. Remember, when I rotate, I use my standing heel, so it's not this foot that's turning. This foot is exactly where it was. It's going to come through to the side a little bit later. And from here I'm going to keep my foot on the floor, wrap, go back into a ronde, transfer, rotate, wrap, and go into a ronde, transfer, rotate, wrap, and ronde before you transfer. Transfer, rotate, wrap, and ronde. Transfer, rotate, wrap, and ronde. And you can do this either in ballet shoes and socks if you don't feel it's too slippery. For ladies, you can try this also in tango shoes. I highly recommend doing this in flats. Probably not barefoot because you'll stick to the floor if you try to turn. But I highly recommend doing this without any heel or really any hard shoe, because it will really help you figure out where your balance is on your foot. Because especially in places like this, or when we're doing a ronde, where we are on one foot for a while and the other leg is doing something, it really makes a difference if your balance is on the inside of your foot or on the outside of your foot. You probably want to find that balance. You don't want to be on the inside or the outside of your foot, because if you're on the outside, you're going to fall back. And if you're on the inside of your foot too much, that puts too much pressure on your knee. And especially if you're doing this in heels for the ladies, you are going to start feeling this pain right here in your knee after a while if you do this. So it's important to find your balance in the middle of your foot for this one. And also remember that you can always bend your knees a little bit. In tango, when we do all of these things, even when you transfer, it's okay to bend your knee. And then if I'm going to rotate, whichever way I'm rotating, this whole thing can be done on bent knees just for balance. And if you're bending your knee, again, don't roll onto the front of your foot, onto the inside of your foot, because that puts too much pressure on your knee, and eventually you're going to start feeling this. Because the technique that we have is there for a reason. And as a lot of dancers know, you can ignore it for a while, but then it catches up with you if you're not doing proper technique for something. As I know for sure, and I'm sure that a lot of people who've danced a while out there also know this. So make sure that when you transfer your weight, go back and watch the old videos about weight transfer. You transfer it, you find your balance before you move. So don't try to run through these exercises, take your time on them. So one more time, you're going to do a ronde, transfer, rotate, wrap, and then ronde again. Transfer, rotate, wrap, and ronde, and you can continue doing this for as many times as you want. Okay, now the second one is going to be very similar to the first one, except for I'm going to add this motion with my upper body. So again, I'm going to start on my left foot, and my arms are just to the side. I'm not doing anything with my arms because when I dance tango, my arms are in a frame. So I really don't do anything there. So I'm going to ronde, and transfer my weight. Now I'm going to twist to my left also. Since my left foot is forward, I'm going to do opposition in my leg. So I'm twisting. I'm going to finish here in the cross without transferring my weight. So my weight is still on my right. My left foot is free, it's just in the back. And it's going to come around, wrap, and just come down to my first position. From here, I'm going to start again. I'm going to roundel 1, transfer 2, twist 3, bring the foot back. Sorry for that. Bring the foot back, untwist it, wrap, and bring it into my first position. Now again, roundel 1, transfer 2, turns 3, untwist 4, wrap 5, bring it down 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.